Parsing objects from a backend service is a common task in a normal mobile application. Sadly, sometimes the key of a variable is not named exactly as the variable we have chosen in our code. Fixing this issue is easy with coding keys. Sometimes things are a little worse. Just like happened to me in a project I'm working on, the same variable of the same object in different service comes with a different type. Even worse, sometimes it changes in the same service too. Sometimes the backend sends us a string, sometimes a double. Since we have no control on the backend and we could not ask to fix this issue, we had to find out a solution on the client side. Quite annoying, I must confess. As usually, you can find the full code of the final project in my Patreon page. Please like this video and subscribe. Our first idea was to create a custom init from decoder initialization for the parsing object. Anyway, the object was huge because it was one of the main details of our app, so we had to write a lot of boilerplate code for one single variable. Another disadvantage was the near-zero usability of the code. That init was good only for that single object. So we had to find out another solution, one more modern, one more swiftly. Very well, let's build everything using a Swift playground. First of all, let's start to create a model, a simple struct with name and age. Both our properties are strings. Now let's create a JSON extension with a string that will simulate our JSON sent from the backend. Let's decode our model and let's start our playground. As you can see, the parser is a success. Now let's write another string JSON, but this time our age will be an int. Let's parse again and we find that the parse doesn't work. The solution I found was pretty clever and elegant, using a simple property wrapper. So the idea was basically to create a wrapper for that single variable only that could be reused, if needed, in the same project or somewhere else and given two other properties. Our wrapped value will be an optional string, just like our age property. It's time to code our init from decoder. The idea is pretty simple. We'll try to parse it as a string first, then as an int, and at last as a double. For int and double, we will also try to convert our value into a string, and in every case we will give back our value to our wrapped value. If everything goes wrong, we throw an error. Please note that if an error is thrown, the whole parsing of the object fails. So if the property is inside a complex object, maybe it's not the best solution. I would rather assign a nil value to the wrapper. Assigning it is redundant, yes, I know, since the wrapper value is already nil, but it's more readable. Very well, it's time to decorate our variable with our brand new property wrapper. Let's run our code once again and we'll see that the parser will be a success. Let's add a third JSON, one that will fail. For this case, I added an array of int. As stated before, the resulting object will be nil. So let's remove the throw and we will assign a nil value to our wrapped object. Now everything works fine. That's all. Thank you for watching, please subscribe, and if you want, support me on Patreon.